Ryan Little says your 1 Peter 3 verses 1 through 6 teaching said that Abigail's story was the only valid exception for not submitting to husbands. Why was life-threatening situations the lens in which you interpreted her example? Okay. Well, for one thing, I'm actually going to be digging into some more of this stuff soon as I do my women in ministry study. Monday, I'm starting it, and I'm going to be teaching on a regular basis, finally again, as I go through these things. I've prepared the content, spent ridiculous amounts of time working on it for months even, but now I'm ready to share it. So I'll be going over some of these issues. I don't remember off the top of my head how I worded it. Let me respond to how you've worded it. In my teaching, you claim I said, Abigail's story is the only valid exception for not submitting to husbands, which is life-threatening examples. I don't think I don't agree with that. Look, if I did say that, I don't think I did. But if I'm wrong, Ryan, if I did say that in 1 Peter, I didn't mean to. I think that when there is harm and threat to a woman or her family or her household, that there can be a valid exception for her going against her husband's will, even in Abigail's case, secretly doing things she knew her husband didn't want her to do in order to save their lives. Does it have to be life-threatening? No. I mean, it could be harm. The danger with trying to draw lines, though, is that life is so messy and complicated that it's difficult to create these little cute answers that give us the clarity to know, is that enough potential harm? Is that too much? Where do I draw the line? And so I don't try to draw that line because I don't want to encourage a person to rebel against something because they're going to inflate. Oh, well, it was a verbal abuse. And sometimes you're like, well, your degree of what you call abuse is really low. And I also don't want to cause a woman who is being truly abused to just continue to feed into that and feel like she just has to submit to that. And so I don't want to try to draw those lines. So yeah, I would disagree. The story of Abigail does give us an example of not submitting to a husband in a life-threatening situation, which is a good example. But that doesn't mean it's you have to literally be in danger of dying in order to not submit to the husband. I think that there's several other options that are there, and I think I talk about them in that video. So maybe consider listening to that one again.